all in different industries, which is quite reflective of what our program in Indonesia is like. Very diverse, very, very excited to showcase them. And first off, we're gonna have Astronaut, which is building an online infrastructure for human capital development in Indonesia. Please welcome Nigel from Astronaut, CEO and founder.
Thanks, Aaron, and thanks, Wayne. Thanks, everybody, for sticking it out, yeah? All right. I think my slides will be here in a second, but we'll get started. So yeah, I've been in Indonesia now for 3 years. I'm Australian, as you can hear, but actually spent 6 years here in Singapore before moving to Indonesia. We're a SaaS PaaS business model for screening people, essentially. We're a multimedia platform that's mobile first, and we'll get into that. The PaaS component is very important for our international strategy. SaaS very much for our domestic play. We screen people, and one of the biggest markets for screening people is in recruitment, so it's no surprise that employers are using us for screening candidates. The typical metrics in recruitment is really about time to hire by reducing complexity. It's one of the biggest hotspots for automation in all of business at the moment, and so we're a big part of that. We're really at the center of the Indonesian recruitment industry. Here's some screenshots. When I say multimedia, we're talking here about video selfies, multiple choice, and short essays. So a lot of really interesting data bundled together into a really nice single candidate experience. The flow there is as I described. Candidates can come in by invitation or via a branded landing page, and all of that data is really useful. At the top there, where it says now integrated into chat, a lot of you will be aware that talent acquisition humans are being removed from the candidate experience and being replaced by chatbots. So our interface needs to be compatible with chat, and we're working on putting our interfaces into chat bubbles with some of the chat providers in Indonesia. Obviously, here's a dashboard. Recruiters want to see, hear, understand, and obviously automate as much as possible who to talk to and who to personalize the experience with after fast shortlisting. And these are some of the brands that we work with. The most important metric for us, particularly at the stage that we're at, is confidence around our product. So retention is really, really key. Now, as Aaron was saying, things have really started to heat up in Indonesia, particularly in the human capital space. And therefore, we've decided to be bold and to play a really key part in helping what is Jokowi's one of the top 5 and possibly the most important initiative for him in his second term, which is human capital development. So how do we do that? Well, we're definitely in the right place in the right time. And what we have discovered is that learning providers, whether it's offline or online, really need help in the second one here, assessing and certifying the people who are consuming their learning content. We already have the technology for that. We already have the platform for it. We don't need to build anything new to extend ourselves into this new market, and it's getting very hot. Why do we know that we can already do it? Well, we're already working with 4 universities in Australia to screen PhD candidates. Very niche case, but proves our product is ready for the university market. We already, as I said on the last one, working with scholarship holders to make decisions around who to offer places to. And actually, this is a very interesting one for the audience here more widely. The student loans market is becoming sort of semi-commoditized in Indonesia, and we have the power to provide pre-screened candidates for student loans. Actually, and this is the power of plug and play, one of our batch mates from the first batch, which we were in, Dana Didik, is a student loan provider. They've been using Astronaut informally over the last couple of years, and now we're taking that to the next level, and we want to deeply make our screening platform really, really good for student use cases. So what does this mean? Well, if we take a step back and look at the market, who are the people coming into Indonesia tertiary education at the moment? They're the future baby boomers, right? Everyone talks about Indonesia being one of the biggest consumer markets in the future. These are the people that will be doing the consuming. So this is what we do now. We're raising a seed round to execute what I'm about to show you. This is the B2B assessment platform that we do now. We're going to be adding in a new feature called the astronaut profile, which could evolve into something which is very much the future of the CV, at least in Indonesia, maybe Southeast Asia and more broadly. What we're talking about is a trusted digital identity with trusted skills certificates. And we're driving that, they're driving the community of that through our partnerships with learning providers. So I want to thank you for hearing the story, and thanks for the opportunity to share it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nigel, for that very insightful pitch. Next up.